Hey everyone, we're back with the What's Sold on eBay. These are the sales from Wednesday. Not really a crazy day here. One bigger item and then a lot of kind of run-of-the-mill stuff. Sold some more pottery, which is good. Video game stuff, glove, kind of a good random mix. Today's been a rougher day on eBay though. Not a ton of sales and a lot of returns today. I swear returns seem to come in waves. I feel like if someone opens a return with me, eBay sends out a notice like, hey guys, now's your chance, get in on it while you can. Because before you know it, more returns seem to come in. They just come in little batches. I got one for a pair of shoes where apparently the sole came off after the guy was wearing them. A Bluetooth set the guy's had for a couple weeks, and he said he's just not happy with how long it holds a charge for. He wanted to exchange it for something else in my store, which I had to tell him you can just return it, but we're not doing an exchange at this point. And then I had something else get returned. An iPhone box, which is a weird thing to get returned. The guy said, I no longer have the phone, so I don't need the box, hoping it can go to someone else. So just random stuff. I don't know how I really would have avoided any of those. I guess maybe the Bluetooth one, I could have tested it longer and get the exact hours that it charges for. Maybe the guy's just not happy, though, because he wants the full charge of a brand new item, but it is a used Bluetooth. So obviously after a while, it won't hold a charge. But it won't hold a charge as long, I should say. Either way, it's kind of the way it goes sometimes, guys. Don't get discouraged. It happens to all of us. And sometimes when you start selling more, obviously more returns do come. Just statistically, there's going to be more. So be prepared for that. But let's get into it and go over what's sold. Starting off, Dark Souls 2, disc only for PS3. This little disc sold for $7.99 or something like that. Pretty cheap. Not a game I'd probably list again, but it did move out. An Image Writer 2. This is an Apple Image Writer 2 owner's manual. It sold for $10 shipped. Not a whole lot, but this came in the big Mac that we sold for $3.50. It didn't have the Apple Writer in there, or the Image Writer, but it had this manual for some reason, so we sold this separately for $10. We sold a Sony Blu-ray remote right here. This guy sold for like $8 shipped. The Blu-ray ones don't do as well. They're only about $8 shipped for me, if it's just kind of one of those standard Blu-ray ones. Obviously, the DVD combo ones do a little better. We sold a kid's A-Rod Rawlings glove. You can kind of see it in there. This is a little one. This one will go first class. It won't need a padded flat, right? I think I paid $1 or $2, and it sold for $18 shipped. On the kids' ones, I'm usually going to pay like $1 or so, maybe $2 if it's one that looks in good shape, just because they're not worth as much. But I do think you can lot them up. I was building a lot. I have like 4 or 5 already. I was picking them up for $1 because I think you can lot them all together and sell them for like 60 or 70 shipped for 10 of them, say. I think people might buy them for like T-ball teams and stuff, so they have extra gloves lying around, but I'm not sure. I never really got enough to build it up, and that one was worth money on its own. Here's a little Honeywell. It's like a little, I forgot what it's even called. Honeywell, I don't know. You'll see on the screen, but this little guy, usually we think of Honeywell, we think of like the thermostats and stuff, but this little unit sold for $40 shipped. I spent $10 on a Sony subwoofer set with speakers. It had a DVD player, like system and everything. It was it would probably go for about $250, $300 used with everything, with the sub and all the speaker sets, the DVD part, if it worked. But the problem is the main unit, it won't pull in disc. Like you put a disc in, it spits it right back out. I try to clean it, mess around with it. Every once in a while, it'll take the disc and actually read, but most of the time it won't. It also has a couple other issues with some of the ports in the back. So that was a bummer, but I ended up parting it out. This came with it, though, and I paid $10 for that whole setup. This was just thrown in that box with all the stuff, and it sold for $40. So pretty awesome there. Here's a little Farberware drip tray. I think this goes to like a little skillet. It sold for $15 shipped. Only thing is I couldn't find the exact model number. I just had this skillet randomly in one of the boxes I bought. I couldn't find the exact one, so I just listed it as a skillet drip tray for $15 with the measurements. I'm hoping someone knew what they were looking for and bought this, but a little concerned it might be a return too. We sold another PS2. This is another fat one. This is the last one I have listed right now. It sold for $100 shipped or somewhere right around there. I do have, I think, 1 or 2 more of the fat PS2s to go and 1 more slim PS2. And I think I had given the guy a couple more systems to fix, so hopefully he'll have those for me pretty soon and we can get those listed. So the video game stuff has been going very well. And then lastly, guys, we sold some more of that pottery that I talked about. Bullish, I don't know. Here's 2 little sets of bowls. There's 2 in each set here. One sold for like $35 or $35 on this one and $48 or something. This one, the same buyer bought them both. Right now, they're just wrapped with a little bubble wrap in between them. I won't leave them like this. What I'll do is I'll put some more bubble wrap, then put like a box that has these 2 in it and a box that has these 2 in it, and then I'll put those inside a bigger box and then that box will ship out. It'll probably cost somewhere between 10 to 15 bucks to ship them FedEx, UPS, depending on where it's going. But I like the double box technique for the pottery. It seems to at least increase your chances that it'll get there safely. If you put everything in one box, I feel like you have a better chance of something maybe breaking. But that's it, guys. Kind of a slower day, nothing too exciting. But at the same time, hopefully you guys are doing well and you're not getting the returns that I am. But let me know in the comments if you feel that way too. Maybe I'm just a little bit salty about it all. But I always feel like they just come in waves, and like eBay's just inviting them almost when they come, because it's just random. I'll have no returns for a while, and then all of a sudden 3 in one day. So maybe it's just the way it goes. Maybe I just, need to be stop being a complainer. But either way, let me know, guys, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next clip. It should be Thursday sales. Take care. And obviously, this is what I tell other resellers when they're like getting into my honey hole. So, hey everyone, we're back with the What's Sold for Thursday, and today has been slow, guys. We're at like 8 sales, something like that, 9 sales, but not a whole lot. I think $160 something, which is still good depending on kind of where you're at business model wise, but I would say that's probably about half of where my average is. So kind of a lower day. I did have an $80 hat sale and a $100 set of PC games, but they haven't paid. So if those two came through here pretty soon, that could really change the game, and it brings us back up to where we want to be. But definitely if they don't, which sometimes buyers don't pay, that's the way it goes. It kind of is rough. Usually what I'll do on a day like this is send out an offer to all my items that have watchers for 5% off, regardless of what the item is, 5% off, just to try to generate some activity and see if that makes a difference with regard to bringing in some sales, just to kind of boost the day. But I didn't get to today. Work's been pretty busy. I'll probably still send one out here when I get done with the video. Maybe we'll get some sales for later tonight, and maybe some tomorrow morning to hopefully boost up tomorrow, and the average will be okay. But it's just how it goes, guys, so don't get discouraged. Let's get into what's sold. First off, we have a hammer. This is a Douglas made in USA 16-ounce hammer. It is not in great shape, guys. You can see the handle's beat up. It's got rust on it. I got it for $1 at a garage sale. Some old hammers are valuable. If you get a Douglas old framing hammer, like $100 and something bucks. So I would look out for some hammers. I'm not an expert. It's one thing I want to take some time, because I've seen some people sell them and I've looked up some comps. Some old hammers do really, really well. This one I did at auction and it sold for $31 free shipping. I paid $1 for it. I don't think it'll fit in a padded flat rate or anything, so it's probably going to cost us around $8 or $9 to ship, but we're only in it for $1. I learned a little bit, and now I know to look out for Douglas framing hammers, and so do you guys as well. Little Star Wars figure from the big $1,600 Lego and Toy Buy. This guy sold for $14 shipped. He's got a beat up card, but he'll sell. Go in some bubble wrap in a little box. He'll go out first class. Got a Wii Super Smash Brothers Brawl right here. I paid $1 for this, and inside the game was also a Super Strikers or whatever, the soccer one for Wii. So I got 2 games for $1. The guy was cool with me just taking it for $1. This one sold for like $19, and it sold overnight. The worst part is I have a box of empty cases, which is where I got this one from. But when I listed as disc only, and then when I went up there to pull a Wii case, the one that I had left was Super Smash Brothers Brawl. I forgot I had it in there. So I probably could have made a couple more bucks if I had that, but we'll save it for next time. So 19 shipped on this one. I sold this one last night. I listed as well, Ferrari Challenge for the DS. It sold for $10. It's not worth a whole lot, but did move out for 10. And another item we listed last night is Dickie Betts, Jimmy Hall, Chuck Lavelle, and Butch Trucks, I guess, live at the Coffee Pot, little DVD. This came from the $350 book, and it's actually a media buy for $350 we got from one of my sources. We made a lot of money on the book so far, but I finally got into the DVDs. Just as this one, it sold for $12 shipped. It sells for $15 brand new, so $3 off, and someone bought mine. It is in really great shape, but that one went out. We sold Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for $40, a little Game Boy Advance cartridge. Everything checked out on this one. It's a little beat up, but we opened it up and it seems to be okay, so $40 on that. Super Mario Brothers. This is a Nintendo Power, like little strategy guide or something here. Little guys, actually 2 of them. They're not in the best shape, though. They're actually in kind of rough condition. These ones sold for like 25 or 30 shipped. They'll go first class, but not a whole lot, but really cool graphic on the front. I mean, if I was going to do my own Nintendo room, I would just take these and get them framed and then put them on the wall, because that's just an awesome Mario graphic right there. And then lastly, a Blues Picture Chords book. This is from the Rock and Roll Buy, guys. Again, lastly, we're already here with barely anything to show you, but just the way it goes, $14 ship for this little guy. He'll go medium mail for $2.89, and one of the bigger bubble mailers that we use. I forgot the size, but it's in my affiliated links if anyone's interested. But that's all I got. So not much to say. It'll probably be a little shorter video today, guys, but I appreciate you guys who are watching. Hopefully we'll have some more sales to show you guys tomorrow and through the weekend. I don't know when you'll see the video, but hopefully they'll come with a nice big bulk lot of sales coming through, moving a lot of product. I found I had a bunch of multi-quantity listings that had ended, and I didn't re-up the numbers, so I went and did those. So hopefully some of that stuff will sell, and we'll kind of see what happens. But thank you so much. Appreciate the love and support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, we got a couple more sales that came through right at the end of the day. I know we said earlier it was a little bit slow, but a couple decent ones. Let There Be Rock AC/DC vinyl here. Pretty good shape if you guys can kind of see it. Definitely happy with it. From the big rock and roll vinyl buy that we got. That one sold for $50 shipped. So awesome. It'll go out first class in one of the vinyl mailers. Definitely pleased. And I'm glad that $50 sale came through. It definitely helps the numbers. We also sold I forgot to bring them over here. There's a pair of shoes that sold. It is a pair of Pony brand. They're purple and white. Hopefully I'll put it on the screen here. Got them for a couple bucks. A lot of times when I'm buying shoes, I'll buy them bulk from this one particular source. And it's like if I buy 10, I'll get them for $3 each or whatever. Sometimes I buy some brands I don't always pick up normally, or I wouldn't know about, just to kind of take a chance and get the better bundle price. And ended up grabbing these ones, and they ended up selling for $30 shipped. They were purple, so I thought that was kind of a cool color. Got $30 out of those, and it'll probably cost $10 or $11 to ship, and they're a little bit bigger, and then we'll make, I don't know, $10 or $15, whatever it ends up being. So definitely happy with that as well. So another $80 going through. We also sold another pair of shoes for $30 on a best offer, but they got paid for today, Friday, so we'll see that in the next video. And then I've already had some sales today too, so a $90 DVD set and some other stuff. So hopefully I'll have a lot of good stuff to show you coming up. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Take care.